Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a prom season inspired makeup look. It's going to be super easy. Most of everything is going to be drugstore. I'll have it listed down below. It has no wing liner and no lashes. For those of you who are beginners at makeup, or if you are kind of nervous on doing your own wing liner and you don't know how to put on eyelashes, this is definitely the tutorial for you. I definitely will say you need a red lip for this bronzy, smoky eye look. Real quick, if you're new, my name is Sarah. I'd love for you to join the fam, so hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so that we stay notified of when I upload. Let's just go ahead and get started. For today's look, I'm going to be using two palettes, and they are from Milani. They are the Everyday Eyes palettes. They look like this. This top one is 02 Bare Necessities, and the bottom one is 05 Earthy Elements. I'm going to first start off using the Earthy Element. I'm going to use this warm shade right here, not the orange one, but this more tan shade on a ColourPop. I don't know, I guess it's a small blending brush or something like that. They don't have names. I'm just going to bring it to the inner corner of the eye, like literally right here, and then go all the way out. That's basically how I usually do all my eyeshadow looks. It's basically where I put all my transition shades. La la la. That was a tongue twist, mouthful. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to keep building this up. Alright, so once I have this color built up how I want it, I'm going to use my hair donut and wipe off the eyeshadow off this brush because I'm going to use the same brush for the next shade. Now we're going to go into the Bare Necessities palette. Take this matte brown shade here. Start working that on the outer corner. And I'm going to even drag a little bit of this into the crease. Just a little bit. I'm not really even going to put a whole lot in the crease. Also build this color up to be a little bit dark. I'm going to take my hair donut again, wipe off that eyeshadow, run this where I put that transition shade just because I feel like I see a little bit of harshness. I don't want to add any additional product, so that's why I went and wiped it off. I'm going to add a little more of that matte brown shade. I feel like it's really dark on this side. Try not to blend it as much, kind of just pat it in a little bit. I'm going to take, where are you? Some concealer, and we're basically going to cut the crease. It's really not that hard, I promise. I can probably count on one hand the amount of times that I've done a cut crease. You can use whatever concealer. I've seen people actually use eyeshadow primer. I'm going to take this Real Techniques detail brush. It's just a little bitty tiny brush like this, and I put some concealer on my little Cosmo Cube tray thing. I am going to just put some on the lid here because when I blink, I want to know where the concealer is going to go. So I'm going to do this, and then it's going to transfer. So that's what I want to happen. And then on the inner corner, I'm just going to keep it really nice and tight. Usually I try to go more towards the inner corner and then bring it up this way and then go up. So it kind of looks more natural. I'm going to take this flat Ulta eyeshadow brush. In the Earthy Elements palette, I'm going to take this coppery shimmer brown shade. I'm going to tap off the excess because this does have quite a bit of fallout if you don't tap it off. And staying underneath that concealer line. And for this inner part right here, I'm taking the brush like literally on the tip of it and stamping it down like that very lightly. So that way I can kind of like cut and carve out where I put that concealer. Go back in with that ColourPop blending brush. Take some of that matte brown shade in the Bare Necessities palette. I'm going to start to blend this line together, just doing very light strokes. And if you feel like you lost any of the shimmer, you can always go back and just add some more. And this is me not even wetting my brush. Like, I think this looks phenomenal without even like wetting the brush, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to use this e.l.f. Blush Duo Baked Highlighter and Blush. It's the Rose Gold one. I'm going to use the highlighter side of this on a e.l.f. crease brush or something like that. It's literally the $1 brush. This one I am gonna like stick my brush in here a little bit and I'm gonna wet it using the Mario Badescu lavender spray. Tuck that right underneath the arch. And then I also like to feather a little bit downward this way and downward that way. I used to bring my highlight, my brow highlight, all the way on the inner and all the way down. I'm trying to change things up, you know? So I'm kind of leaving it right underneath the arch. I'm going to take this ColourPop brush again. Ooh, had the brown on there. Oh, I almost forgot. So I'm going to dust it off. Don't forget to dust it off so we don't get no brown up there. Go back into that first transition shade from the Earthy Elements palette, this one right here. Blend the brow highlight with the transition shade. I am going to add some brow gel. This is the Essence Make Me Brow Gel Mascara in the shade 02 Brownie Brows. And this is their deepest shade, by the way. I wish it came in like a black. I'm going to take the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in Fishnet and line my tight line. And this is going to help because we're not using falsies. You can if you want. I would still recommend doing this because it's going to fill the gaps in between the lashes. I'm going to do a very thin line using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. There's no wing. I just lined the top to kind of define the eyes more. And while that dries, I'm going to go ahead and peel this washi tape. Use my damp sponge and blend out where the foundation got lifted off a little bit. I'm going to take this Luxie 231 small tapered brush and I'm going to wipe it on here because I did use it earlier. If you don't want like a super harsh line, I kind of made it really nice and soft versus really nice and like crisp. You can leave it crisp if you want, but if you're not into that, you can take this brush here, carefully run it back and forth on that harsh line. Back into the Earthy Elements palette, take the same transition shade. Run that on the lower lash line. Back into the Bare Necessities palette, take that same matte brown shade here on a Luxie 223 short shader brush. Just looks like this. I'm going to run this on the lower lash line. And I'm going to try to kind of connect the lower lash line to this faux wing over here. So you'll see that little action I'm doing there to try to connect the two. For the inner corner highlight, take that same e.l.f. highlighter side, same e.l.f. crease brush, and spray the brush again. I'm going to stamp that on the inner corner. I'm going to take this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Cashmere, and I'm just going to run that down here like so. I love my big eyes, so I didn't want to make them smaller by putting a black on the waterline. If you have small eyes, try to stay away from anything that's really dark on the waterline if you want your eyes to look bigger. I'm using the shimmer one, or you can use like a white to line the waterline. It'll make your eyes look a lot bigger. And I've been loving this eyelash curler. It's literally from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use the Essence I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. I got this in an Ipsy bag and I was super excited. Look at how huge this wand is, you guys. But I love that it's spiky because it definitely separated my lashes for sure. Just wiggle the wand ever so slightly, because this mascara already separates, and the formula of this is very volumizing. You have to be very careful because you can get clumpy lashes real fast. For lip color, I was torn because I wanted to do something neutral, but then I was like, no, it's prom. It's like all or nothing. I decided to go with It's Not Drugstore. I was going to use the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. This is in the shade Flame of the Game, but it's way too orange for this look. They do have a red, and I need to find it so that way I can have a red and not this like orangey red. The only lip combo that I really wanted to put together for this look is the Essence lip liner in the shade Femme Fatale and the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nosferatu. She describes it as a blood red, and that's really what I wanted. I didn't want like a super bright red, and I didn't want like a deep vampy red, and so this is like right in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm also going to fill in my lips using this. Okay, now I'm going in with Kat Von D Nosferatu. You can spray your face with your setting spray, primer spray, whatever you want to use. I believe that is it for this look. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share my video. Everything's going to be listed down below. Drop me some comments down below. Let me know what you loved about this look. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already. Have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.